Hello everyone, Sarah here again, and today I thought we'd talk about time travel. Time travel back into the year 1995, specifically September 1995, because that was the year yours truly was born. My mom had me and I was the last of 5, and the best. 23 years later, here I am. Now enough about me. Imagine a world where a gallon of gas costs $1.15, or a carton of eggs costs $1.16. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the year 1995. Pop culture, entertainment, politics, sports, internet innovations, and even space travel are all things that happened during my birth month and year. One of the major events that happened in September 1995 was the reinstatement of the death penalty in New York. Governor George Pataki brought lethal injections back, but it was later found unconstitutional and was abolished once again. In the same month, on the 19th, the Washington Post and the New York Times both published the 35,000-word manifesto from the Unabomber. A couple states over, in Cleveland, Ohio, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame opened. Aretha Franklin, Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, Johnny Cash, Sheryl Crow, and Slash were some of the many who performed at the opening concert on September 2nd. All of these events were happening under the presidency of Bill Clinton and Vice President Al Gore. The Fourth World Conference on Women opened in Beijing, and there are over 4,800 delegates from 181 countries there. A successful trip in space with the Ulysses space probe completing its second passage behind the sun. In music news, the 12th MTV Video Music Awards happened on September 7th that year. TLC got the Viewer's Choice Award and Video of the Year for their song Waterfalls, one of my personal favorites. Weezer won Breakthrough Video for Buddy Holly, and Madonna won Best Female Video for Take a Bow. Michael Jackson was topping the charts with his song You Are Not Alone, while others on the top 10 were Coolio's Gangsta Paradise and Mariah Carey's Fantasy. More on entertainment, the movies out at that time were Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers, Hackers, and National Lampoon's Senior Trip. The 47th Emmy Awards happened on September 10th. NYPD Blue got Best Drama Series. ER took home Best Writing, Directing, and Sound Editing, all in a drama series. And Frasier won Best Comedy Series. Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, and Kevin Spacey attended the New York premiere of David Fincher's Seven, which turned out to be one of the highest earning films of 1995, grossing more than $320 million worldwide. On the 3rd, the Carolina Panthers lost their NFL debut game in overtime to the Atlanta Falcons in front of almost 60,000 people. On the same day, the Jacksonville Jaguars lose to the Houston Oilers in their NFL debut game with almost 73,000 fans watching. Women's tennis star Steffi Graf wins her 4th U.S. title, beating Monica Seles. On the men's end of things, Pete Sampras wins his 3rd U.S. title, coming in on top of Andre Agassi. And on the last day of the month, Cleveland Indian Albert Bell hits his 50th home run of the season. Robert Metcalfe, an engineer who helped pioneer the internet and co-founded Ethernet, predicted that the internet would collapse in 1996, and if it didn't, he would eat his words. In 1997, when the internet was still running, he blended a printed copy of that speech with liquid and drank the mixture to hold true to his promise. Online buying and selling with the launch of AuctionWeb on September 3rd was also possible during this month, although later in 1997 they changed their name to what you might know as eBay, also called Electronic Bay. O.J. Simpson's trial was also sent to jury, which in early October he was found not guilty for 2 counts of murder. About 100 million viewers were watching and listening to the O.J. Simpson's verdict that day. The population was just under 5.8 billion people, whereas today it is around 7.7 billion. The cost of a new home was $158,000, and today it is almost $300,000. The average household income in the United States today is around $63,000, but back in 1995 it was around $27,000. The cost of a Super Bowl ad was $1.15 million, compared to the around $5.2 million you're going to have to pay today. Also, a first-class stamp was only 32 cents back in 1995, and today you would pay 50 cents for that exact same stamp. Okay, so there are huge criminal cases, pop legends, lower gas prices, and a significantly less amount of people on this planet. Bill Clinton was still in office, O.J. Simpson was set free on 2 murder charges, and a few spaceships went into orbit. But no matter how many events happened during September 1995, the most important one to me was my birthday. Thanks for watching. Bye!